Do I think Bronny is a great player? Obviously not. His field goal percentage is like 20%. I think he's 2 for 11. He's not shooting the ball well. He's not shooting the ball much. Do I think Bronny is even going to be a rotation guy this year for the Lakers when they're healthy? No. If we are going to be fair, the last 2 games, the Lakers, who are super shorthanded, were in a tight game with Miami, played Bronny in crunch time. He played really good defense, and they won. And then yesterday, the Blazers were double-digit favorites. LeBron was out, Luka was out, and Austin Reaves was out. Bronny played 19 minutes, 6 assists, no turnovers, and the Lakers won again. Whole point is, Bronny James has been a slightly above average late second round pick. And the folks that used him as a cudgel because they hate LeBron should be embarrassed.
In a move that sent shockwaves across the NBA landscape and ignited a firestorm of debate online, the Los Angeles Lakers officially reassigned second-year guard Bronny James to the G League's South Bay Lakers, a decision made mere days after his father, LeBron James, returned to the court for his historic 23rd NBA season. It was the kind of dramatic roster twist that felt more like a Hollywood script than standard basketball business, especially coming at a time when the father-son storyline seemed poised to reach its long-awaited crescendo. Instead, fans woke up Thursday morning to news that flipped the narrative upside down. Bronny was going back to the G League.
Last year, opening night, you come with Bronny. In the time you were out, he helped the Lakers win some games. And then tonight, you check out, he checks in, nails a 3. Like, what have you seen about, how has that chapter been satisfying, actually seeing the tangible growth?
Seeing his growth? I mean, it's been great to see and to watch. And he's still young. I mean, obviously just turned 21 not too long ago, and he's still learning and, still getting better with each and every rep. I think he's enjoying the process. I think you can obviously ask him, more than me. He's not a resident anymore, so we don't talk as much. He has his own place, so I can't just. But he's great. He's great. Bronny, how are you? There you go. There you go. There you go.
For Bronny, who had started for the Lakers on November 15th during a period of injuries and roster thinness, the timing couldn't have felt more crushing. The moment LeBron, Luka Dončić, and Austin Reaves all became healthy enough to return, the cracks in the rotation started to widen, and Bronny fell right through them. And although the move was framed as a step toward development, the optics were unavoidable. The kid who grew up in NBA arenas was being asked to take a step back, just as his father took a step forward.
Question for y'all. Yeah. Is this the year that we can judge Bronny? Because last year y'all on everybody's ass, y'all was on me for being critical. At what point can we assess him without being seen like bullies or haters or whatever? I'm not saying good or bad. We can turn out to say he's the greatest player ever. But I'm saying, when is it fair to judge this young man as an NBA basketball player? Because I saw some highlights the first couple preseason games, or at least one. And I gave me thoughts.
Asking the question as if you've been looking for the line to get him back a bit. It's just the sick part about it. Yeah. Hey, where's it's all right to hate on this little nigga line.
I don't want to hate on him. I just want to fairly assess him. Because last year when I said I don't think he didn't look like a pro to me. He didn't look like an NBA pro. I mean, he obviously is a G League player. And a good one. Watching the preseason this year, I'm not that encouraged, but I wish him the best. I hope he turns out to be great.
When LeBron James made his season debut earlier this week, after briefly suiting up for the South Bay Lakers to rehab from a sciatica nerve issue, the NBA world watched in awe. At 40 years old, he was defying time yet again. But few expected that his return would come with a corresponding cost. Yet on Thursday, the Lakers made it official. The roster needed space for the most dominant 40-year-old basketball player alive, and Bronny's developmental arc was the one headed for a detour. And so the storyline took a dramatic pivot. The father rises to the NBA stage once again, while the son returns to the G League, the exact opposite of the sentimental Hollywood ending fans had fantasized about.
Mark, you're also not a Laker fan.
That's true.
Like, you really invested in their business.
I'm a Laker observer, though. Like, there's a few teams I watch most of their games. Sixers I watch every game. Knicks I watch most of their games. Lakers I watch most of their games. So just because growing up and then with Kobe, like, I've always loved to watch the Lakers. And I love JJ Redick. I really, I was a coach, so I watch him. But I'm wondering, like, Is this the
team
year?
for the coach is funny.
Well, because I know JJ Redick. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm rooting for him. It's more than I'm rooting for the coach. Same thing with the Hawks. I'm rooting for Lloyd Pierce. Like, so when he was the head coach, like, it's that kind of thing. And now the Pacers. Do y'all feel like this is the year to judge Bronny?
He's in the league, so you can judge him. I mean, I just think it says something with the way that you judge this guy's kid.
Well, you keep calling some guy's kid. This ain't about LeBron.
It is about.
Unfortunately,
a lot of people, it is about.
It's about LeBron.
No, what I mean is, it's not gonna have something against LeBron. Like, I love LeBron. You know what I mean? And I think Bronny's a great kid.
The Lakers announced that Bronny and rookie Adu Thiero were being reassigned to South Bay, with ESPN's Dave McMenamin confirming what many suspected privately. The Lakers' depth is back, and the rotation has become too crowded for a second-year guard still finding his footing. Across social media, reactions erupted instantly. Lakers fans dissected the move. NBA analysts debated Bronny's readiness, and countless viewers wondered whether this would put tension on the father-son dynamic that has fascinated the league for years.
You all gonna get quiet?
Well, no, I'm trying to put.
I was waiting for the hate.
There's no hate. I just feel like
because he's lying.
No, I do think he's a great kid, and I do love LeBron. I was the person who thought he should stay in college. Bronny should stay in college. And I was the person that said that his upside, in fact, my very first time here as a guest, I said, like, I think his upside is an NBA rotation player like a Gary Payton II, that kind of a thing. But that would require more seasoning, 4 years of college. I think that's still an upside. I've been watching him play. He's getting better. But when I watched him even in his preseason, I'm still not convinced. But I'm like, it feels like last year you couldn't say that without being a hater. I'm like, can we say it this year?
I think you still can't say it because you said it so much last year as a hater that people just going to be like, all right, you still just trying to get your hate off,
right? And I'm not. But I feel like
things don't turn around. I mean, it takes more time for things to turn around if you consider him the player that you consider him as. It takes more time. It doesn't take a couple of months.
Yeah, it could be a few years.
How many?
It could be a few years. You're right. I'm saying you're right.
If you feel that way, yeah. So you should give him a fair assessment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Statistically, the decision wasn't shocking, but emotionally, it was seismic. In 10 NBA games this season, Bronny averaged 2.1 points, 0.9 rebounds, 1.8 assists, 29.6% shooting, 11.1 minutes per game. He never quite found the spark he had showcased in the G League last season, where he impressed many skeptics by averaging 18.6 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 4.8 assists for South Bay. Down there, he had looked confident, electric, even star-like at moments. With the Lakers, he appeared tentative, deferring often, and at times disappearing within the pace of the NBA game. Bronny's defensive effort was universally praised, even described by scouts as NBA ready. But the offensive side was a different story. His handle, shooting consistency, and shot creation lagged behind the league's elite guards. And with the Lakers returning to full strength, the team no longer had the luxury of developmental minutes. To some, this was simply a procedural move. To others, it was an emotional setback. But to Bronny, the message was clear. The G League is not a demotion. It's a test. Last season, Bronny dominated at South Bay. He wasn't just playing minutes. He was the guy. He handled the ball. He ran the offense. He made reads. He developed confidence. There, he was allowed to be a star, something he couldn't yet be with the Lakers next to LeBron, Luka, Reaves, and veterans commanding touches. The Lakers believe that's the environment he needs right now. Big minutes, big responsibility, big expectations, without the weight of 19 years of NBA legacy resting on every possession. But the storyline carries more weight because this is Bronny James, not just another second-round project, and because standing behind him is one of the greatest players in basketball history. LeBron James hasn't been shy about his desire to play with his son. It's the dream he openly discussed for years, the one fans prayed would happen before Father Time finally called his name. But even as that dream came true, the two suiting up for the Lakers, playing in the same rotation, it was short-lived, and now, for the foreseeable future, they won't even be sharing the same home. LeBron said recently that Bronny officially moved out. Between the NBA schedule, the rehabbing assignments, and the dual-team dynamic, father and son were already seeing less and less of each other. This reassignment only makes that distance feel more literal. Bronny will now be commuting, practicing, and playing with a different team altogether. LeBron will be preparing for what might be the final championship push of his storied career. And the father-son dream season suddenly looks like a split-screen montage instead of a shared court. Make no mistake, the move wasn't emotional. It was strategic. The Lakers are trying to win now. Their roster is healthy. Their system requires efficient grown man minutes. And Bronny, still only 21, still developing his body, still adjusting to NBA speed, is best served in a league where he can touch the ball 70 to 80 times a night, not sit in the corner and wait for touches behind superstars. The G League is where he rebuilt himself last year. It's where he rediscovered confidence after a rocky rookie stretch. And the Lakers clearly expect the same outcome again. No player in modern NBA history has dealt with the type of pressure Bronny faces. Being a second-year guard with limited production is normal. Being LeBron's son while producing limited numbers on the same team as your father, that's unprecedented. Everyone watches him differently. Every mistake is magnified. Every improvement is critiqued. Every minute of playing time is a storyline. And now every demotion is national news. For a typical player, this move would barely hit a sidebar. But when your last name is James, and when your father is still defying physics at 40, even the smallest roster decision becomes a viral headline. Despite the stormy optics, this is far from the end of Bronny's NBA chapter. In fact, Lakers insiders insist he'll be back, potentially sooner than fans expect. Injuries happen, rotations shift, opportunities arise, and when they do, the Lakers want him to be sharp, confident, and aggressive. In the G League, he'll get over 30 minutes a night. He'll run the offense. He'll experiment. He'll rediscover the player who averaged nearly 19 points last year. LeBron, despite having to now watch his son from afar, has always said the same thing. Success in the NBA is not linear. It's messy. It's unpredictable. It requires setbacks. This is one of them. The Lakers' push for another title continues. LeBron is healthy again. Luka Dončić is fully integrated into the purple and gold experiment. The Lakers are gearing up for a turbulent, high-stakes season. Meanwhile, the spotlight shifts to El Segundo, where Bronny James will take the court wearing the same purple and gold, just with a different logo stitched across the chest. The next chapter of his career begins not in Crypto.com arena under bright lights, but in a smaller gym with louder lessons. The story isn't over. It's just getting interesting.